You are listening to Studio McGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast.
Another Super Saiyan production.
What is going down? What the fuck is going down? It is your boy, Studio McGuyver, and you are listening to Studio McGuyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. What is going down, guys? Welcome to the show. Newcomers, if you're new to this podcast, welcome to the family. If you're into nerd culture, if you're into anime, if you're into video games, then you've come to the right fucking place. This is where you need to be. This is where you should hang out. Let's begin with this episode, guys. Episode 148. God damn. It's been a long time coming, man. 3 fucking years. 3 years of doing this podcast, man. And I've got so many great memories, so many great times. I've met so many, beautiful people, lots of fans, people who are interested in this podcast, people who, love the show. And I'm so grateful to be here for season 4. And moving forward, man, into 2020, I just want to say that, guys. And let's get started with the show, man. This show is dedicated to the fucking delays. Okay, delays, the fucking lays. All right, and I'm so upset because the last podcast I just literally gave you guys release dates for these games, and now all of a fucking sudden. It's all changed. It's all been completely turned upside down, flipped on its fucking head. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I personally hate delays. I understand it's a necessary evil and, these things need to be done a lot of the time. And depending on the company who's doing it, that has a lot to do with how I feel about, that said game. If it's a company who are known in these video game streets for, creating, nothing but great things, then, I tend to let these guys slide. But if it's a company who's, kind of flimsy, then, I can't look at it through the same lens. But 3 major AAA games being delayed, guys. And, we have Final Fantasy VII, the remake. We have Cyberpunk 2077, and we have the Avengers game. You know what I'm saying? So like all these games, man, it was almost like when one got announced, everybody just started dropping like flies and they just started announcing shit. Here's the deal. Final Fantasy VII was, to be released on April 10th to be exact. If I'm not mistaken. No, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. Final Fantasy VII Remake was supposed to come out March 3rd. And now it's postponed till April 10th. Now, that one isn't that bad. Let me just say that. That one isn't that bad. I know there's a lot of people looking forward to this game. And, 5 weeks is not really that bad when you think about, these other 2 games. But it's still a delay, nonetheless. It warrants me talking about it. So I'm going to talk about it. But, that's the one I'm not really worried about. Okay. A lot of people are upset, about the whole, it's not the whole game. It's just part of the game. So you're getting like half of the game now. And then whenever they decide to release the other part, you get that later. But the game's supposed to be extremely big, supposed to be huge. Still waiting on that demo. The demo has been leaked. Some people have their hands on the demo. It's all on YouTube. It's about an hour long and, looks fucking breathtaking. The only question now is when's the demo going to be released for everybody else to actually play it? That's the real question. I just want to see for myself, I have to play for myself and see what's going on out here in these Final Fantasy streets. But if you guys didn't know, the game will be dropping April 10th. That is the actual new release date. Hopefully they don't postpone it again. And that's, that's the last of it. The next game, the Avengers game, Marvel Avengers, that game was supposed to be coming out in May 15th to be exact. And then they finally decided to, postpone it until September 4th. Yes. So that's months. It's being postponed. So towards the end of the year, holiday season, man. And the only thing that makes me nervous about these games being released so close to holiday season is the fact that my pocketbook is going to be a little bit nervous. If my pocketbook had, armpits, and if it had a forehead, they would all be fucking wet. They would be extremely wet and nervous because, that PlayStation 5, man, it's got to get copped. Okay, let's keep it real with each other. It's gotta be done, and I'm going to be doing that. But, a lot of people were curious about this Avengers game, and now we're going to find out all about it. But we have to wait months now to get a chance to experience it. I was kind of on the fence on that game anyway, but that's just me. I'm not the only person. There are other people, who felt the same way. And like I said, we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. So I guess September, man, is going to be that magic month. And I guess it's cool in a sense, but I guess it'll give us time to tackle our backlogs. And, there's a couple other games on my, bucket list that I definitely want to get a hold of. Still don't know release dates on those, though. That's the funny thing. One of those is Grand Blue Fantasy. It's an RPG, a JRPG to be exact. And it's something I cannot fucking wait to get my hands on, but we still have no real release date for that. So when that happens, I'll definitely keep you guys posted because I'm really interested in that because you have the RPG elements to the game. It looks breathtaking, guys. And on top of all that, you can also have online play. So you can actually play with friends in this game, which is so fucking dope. And it's something I did not expect. Moving on to the last game, the one that I was really, really hurt by, the one that actually fucking broke my heart. It had me, I was just upset, when I heard this shit, man. I'm not going to lie. Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, this game was slated for April 16th, man. And now guess what? We have to fucking wait until September 17th. Yes, we have to wait all that fucking, damn near 5 months, okay, for this fucking game. And I'm upset. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. This is the game I was looking forward to. This was a game that I'm so hype on. And I'm in here right now, guys, in the man cave, sipping on wine because, out of frustration to try to calm my nerves because this shit hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you. And, I'm going to take a sip right now, as I'm recording this, to vent my frustration. That's pretty good. Anyway, man, I don't know what else to say about it. What can you do when something gets delayed? It just gets delayed. We have no power over that. Our hands are fucking tied, right? So we have to just sit back, and let shit fall, as it's supposed to fall, and hopefully pray that these things don't get delayed again. Now, when, talking to investors, about Cyberpunk 2077, they were asking them basically, why are you guys postponing it this long? What's going on with the game? And they basically said, well, the game technically is done and it's been done for a couple months, but we need this extra time to work out all the kinks and bugs and make sure all that's good. And they was like, well, if it's only kinks and bugs you need to work out, why so long before, the release date? And they said, well, this game is so fucking big and so huge and so detailed that, even if you're talking about polishing up the game, it's a lot of fucking polishing. You know what I mean? So it's not your typical, dresser drawer polishing. It's like basically the whole house. The game is so big and it's so detailed that everything needs to be polished. Okay. Not just the dresser in the room. You got the fucking, all the kids' rooms. You got, the guest room. You got the kitchen, all of that shit. So that's what they basically are trying to say. And that's their reason for doing this. And plus, CD Projekt Red is known out here in these video game streets as, the creme de la creme when it comes to, putting out a fucking project, putting out, a complete product. And that's what they're known for. And that's the only company, to be honest with you, in my opinion, that I'm not really frustrated with, man. And I'm not worried about. Yes, it hurts waiting all that time. Oh, it hurts. It hurts like a motherfucker. But I know when this game comes out, just like when The Witcher 3 did, that it was fucking damn near perfect. And that's why I can't really be that mad at CD Projekt Red for this. They're just trying to make sure that they have the best product available, and they give us everything, we paid for. They go above and beyond. They've always done that for the customers, for the consumers, man. They care. This company actually cares about how the consumer feels about them and giving them, what they paid for and giving them, the perfect product, man. You know what I mean? That's why I cannot really hate on CD Projekt Red. Am I upset? Hell yeah, I am. But, it's like a necessary evil. I'd rather them make sure everything is A1 steak sauce than putting out, an old hot dog that's been sitting in hot dog water for 48 hours. You know what I mean? So with that being said, there's nothing else to be said, I guess. I'll leave it at that. I'll put my money on the table and walk away. For a minute there, I could have sworn I saw, somebody come behind me with a mallet and a tub of warm butter. And, by the hair of my fucking chinny chin chin, dodged it at the last second. That he swung it. I fucking ducked and I ran to the fucking door, and I actually made it to the door. And actually when I was looking behind me, I saw a body laid out. There were some other consumers who were more, hurt and more distraught than I was. And they were laid over, bent over, leaking. And I don't know, man, I kind of got scared, but I was hoping and praying that CD Projekt Red said, you know what, put this butter up. Let's put this mallet back and let's get out of here. We made a mistake. Let's walk away. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man, I'm being silly right now, but at the same time, I'm being so serious. I guess, it's backlog time. I guess that's what it is. There's some games that I've been meaning to tackle and get back to. And, I'll get to those. I'll just have to focus on those, and it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all fucking good. But I give you guys this information. I had to share it just in case some of you guys don't know. Now you know. All right, guys. I guess what's next on this podcast is going to talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, of course. And I have to. And I absolutely fucking have to talk about Dragon Ball Fighter Season 3 leaks. We got some fucking leaks out here in these Dragon Ball Fighter streets. Also, last but not fucking least, My Hero Academia. Yes, episodes fucking 13 and 14, man. They're so powerful. They were so fucking powerful. I had to talk a little bit about that. First, let me go ahead and talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, man. The game is out. I got it Thursday night. I hate to say this, but I didn't get a chance to play as much as I thought I would. I played maybe 7 hours so far. And I guess it's a lot, considering, but I was hoping to put in more, like 20. But it is what it is. My son is here. He doesn't go to school Monday, and we've been hanging out and doing stuff. And, I kind of wanted to commentate as I played, and I just didn't want him in the background in every fucking video as I'm playing this game. And then, of course, he's going to want to play it and all of these things. So I just was like, well, let me, I got a lot of footage, a lot of content, and I'll be uploading. So be looking out for that stuff, like, in February, early February. I'll be putting up, all these videos in my experience, with the game and all of that. So there's already so many videos online right now about the game, but my experiences will be uploaded on there. I've been working really hard on the YouTube shit, and that's really what I've been doing, to be honest with you guys. If I wasn't playing this game when he was away, or he was focused on his Xbox and playing stuff like that, and I'm sitting beside him and I'm playing that, then I was basically just uploading all fucking weekend, man. Still uploading. Didn't even get a chance to upload everything. It's work. I really understand, these YouTubers, man, and what they've been doing and how they, how it is, out here. It's definitely fucking work, and it's time consuming, man. It definitely takes a lot of your time. So, it's a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make now. It's just another, means to an end for your boy. trying to get out here in these motherfucking streets. But anyway, the game is fucking awesome, guys. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, definitely give yourself, the opportunity to do so, especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Even if you're not a Dragon Ball fan and you just want to, a decent RPG you want to kind of run through, this one is definitely going to, pique your interest. I think it will. We all know the Dragon Ball story. And a lot of people who are Dragon Ball fans, are kind of hesitant about, that reason right there, saying that, well, we all know the story. We don't want to. All we're doing is repeating, and we're going to be seeing the same shit rehashed or whatever. But this game does a great job of, taking you and giving you more stories, giving you never before seen stories and scenarios that happen, that we didn't get a chance to see on Dragon Ball. What are other characters doing? What is Vegeta doing when he's not doing this or doing that? I mean, things of that nature. And I didn't get a chance to get in deep into the game. Like I said, I just got to Planet Namek not too long ago, and I'm basically, marching towards Frieza. But from what I've seen so far, man, I'm having an excellent time and I'm enjoying myself thoroughly, man. And like I said, I can't wait to dive back in here and really get into the meat and potatoes of this game, So I'm still early stages. Like literally, I'm still, being introduced to certain mechanics and certain things, as if I'm not even fully fleshing out, the game yet. So that's where I'm at. That's how I feel about it. It's really fun, man. It's really fun. It's learning how to, play it and learning different combinations and stuff that I've been doing. I found out, playing as Kid Gohan, that, I found a couple of dope little combos that I like to do. He has a little headbutt that he does. If you hit X at the end of a circle combo, and then after that, you can go into his Masenko. And it was pretty dope, man. I just playing around, found out how to do that. And I'm really excited about really unlocking all of these other abilities and stuff, and then finding out how these things work and kind of creating your own combos and your own kind of way or style that you want to fight when you're dealing with bosses or you're just fighting regular motherfuckers out here. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I've, experienced so far. Now, as far as if you're curious to know, how people are perceiving it besides myself, then, there's a few reviews out now. Metacritic has got a 77% right now. Steam it's a 9 out of 10, which is pretty fucking dope. And then we have a audience summary, and that's a 4.6 out of 5, and that's given 640 people. So out of 640 people reviews, it rounds out to 4.6. So it's doing pretty well. It's got some decent numbers, man. It's pretty fun. Is it perfect? No, it's not a perfect game. Right now, if I had to give it a grade, I'm about 8.5 right now out of 10. You know what I mean? So I'm going to continue to play it. It might go down, half a point. It might go up half a point. It's probably going to be between an 8 and a 9 for me, going right now. And that, am I a little biased for it? Yeah, because I'm a Dragon Ball fan. Cool. But, I like RPGs, and it's also an RPG. So I'm trying to look at it like that. So yeah, man, I mean, I'm having fun with it. I'm going to, dive in. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be easily 70 to 80 hours, for me on this game. Could be even a little bit more. There is a season pass for this game. They do plan on, doing more with it. There's already been people data mining the game. They've been diving into the code, and basically they discovered some shit with Brawly in there, conversations that Brawly's been having with other characters and stuff like that. So you're probably looking at Brawly, as some DLC. That's what I'm starting to see. I could be wrong. It could be something that they, started to make and they threw it away. I don't know. But why would they have a season pass if they didn't plan on releasing DLC? Of course, they're not going to give us that information right now. But eventually, as time progresses, we'll find out what is available on that for that DLC. And that's it. That's pretty much it from the nutshell when it comes to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I don't have a lot more to say about it because I haven't really got a chance to dive in like I wanted to. But when I do, guys, trust me, I'm going to let you fucking know, and I'm going to let you know ASAP. So as the weeks progress, like this time next week, I should have way more done because I plan on diving in this next coming week, man, really, really hard. So he'll be back in school. I'll have time by myself to kind of really get in there and, get in all the nooks and crannies and shit. So that's it for Dragon Ball. Let's move on to the next form of discussion, and that's going to be Dragon Ball Fighters, man, season 3. The game is so popular. The game is one of my favorite fighting games, man. Now up there with Street Fighter and now Soul Calibur 6, because I've been playing Soul Calibur and I love it. But yeah, man, season 3, we got our first fucking leak, and that leak is Ultra Instinct Goku. Now there's a lot of mixed feelings about this character, man. And, he looks awesome. It's with the silver hair or whatever. That's all we know. We got a still shot of him just standing there. We don't know anything else yet. Now, they have stated that in the future, and I'm talking really soon, February 8th and February 9th, we're going to get more info on this character and maybe possibly more info on other characters in this game. And, for people who've been keeping up with this game, last year about the same time is when we started getting information on these other characters like Jiren and so on and so forth. So hopefully we get other reveals for other characters, because usually when they give it to us, they kind of give it to us in spurts. And like I said, a lot of people are upset about, Ultra Instinct Goku, because they're like, yo, how many fucking Gokus are you guys going to put in the game? And that's what a lot of people say when it comes to Dragon Ball games, especially Dragon Ball fighting games. They give you all these characters, or they give you the same character with different variations of them. And they feel that it drowns out other slots, for other characters that should deserve a spot in the game. And I definitely understand that. And I have to kind of agree with that a little bit, man. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Goku is like the poster boy, even though he's not my favorite character by any stretch, but he's the poster boy of this franchise. And you kind of got to do that. Kind of like if you did a Naruto game, you'd have to have, the sage version of him. You'd have to have, the young kid version of him, the teenage version. I mean, so on and so fucking forth. You know what I mean? So I kind of understand that. But you got to kind of balance that shit out. If you put out Goku, I'm only assuming this, but if you're putting out this Goku, you've got to put out the Vegeta version of, his kind of transformation with the two-tone blue hair and all that. You got to put that out too, man. And I also feel that like I said, man, I'm going to say this till the wheels fall off with this character. You got to put Roshi in this game. You gotta fucking put Roshi in this game. He was in the Tournament of Power, and he was really doing his thug thizzle. He was really kicking some ass out there. You gotta put Roshi in the game. Some people say, well, he can't fly, so he technically can't be in the game. Technically, they can make a way for him to fly. He doesn't have to fly. He can leap at his opponent instead of, they make it seem like in this game that motherfuckers are flying all around, and that's not it. You can fucking put Roshi in this game. And make it work. I really believe that. And I still have faith, man. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I still have faith in Master Roshi to be in this game. That's really the only character left that I need in this game. And then I can be at peace. That's really the only other character. Another character I keep hearing about is Kefla. A lot of people want Kefla. I really don't give a fuck about Kefla. I'm just keeping it real. That's just my honest opinion about it. Yes, she's cool, whatever. She's okay, but she's not, one of my favorites by any stretch of the imagination. She makes it cool. If not, hey, whatever. As long as you got Roshi in the game, I don't give a fuck who comes in after. You know what I mean? So you got to make room for fucking Roshi. And that's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, you got 17 in there. You got all these other characters here, man. So, I mean, we need Roshi. You got Tien, you got fucking Yamcha, you got Krillin. You got to fucking have Roshi in here, baby. You just do. Okay. So I'm waiting for that. Hopefully in, February, we learn more information on that and we can find out, what's going on with season 3. I'm just happy that we have a season 3. I'm just happy that the game is just so popular to the point where they're supporting the game like this. It's like one of the number one games out here that motherfuckers are playing, man. I mean, it's surpassing Street Fighter and all these other games, man. And that's a beautiful thing. It's definitely, becoming a classic fucking game, especially with all the updates that they've added, the little things here and there, whatever, I still don't appreciate, the nerf when they nerf 16 though. I mean, I can't use 16 anymore. Once they nerfed him, man, I had to put him down. But, we still have other things like my boy Tien definitely got some buffs and, I'm loving what they did with him and he's one of my mains. So I told you guys, I think before, like Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Vegeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta, however you want to pronounce it. And then, Ten Shinhan. Those are my 3 right now. I got a fucking mob with those 3 and I'm going to stay on them until I get their chemistry down packed. And that's going to be it. And that's going to be all. But yeah, videos, definitely more videos coming on the way. Friday Night Fights is a series I just started where every Friday at 7 o'clock, baby, you can check out me just playing some, playing motherfuckers online. You know what I mean? And I'll be playing anything from Dragon Ball Fighters to Street Fighter 5, to Soul Calibur 6. Those are going to be the main three. And then, as other games come out, I might pick up one or two, more, anything fighting game related is basically what I'm talking about. So be looking out for that, man. And that's, it's coming, baby. So with that being said, man, that's going to do it for the Dragon Ball Fighters talk. Yeah. Now let's move on to, the last portion of the podcast. And like I said, this podcast, it's not going to be a heavy podcast, guys. It's just, me brushing up and letting you guys know some things here and there. My Hero Academia, episode 13, episode 14 is fucking phenomenal. I mean, and I always get the fucking feels. I always get the feels when it comes to this fucking anime, guys. They just know how to do it. It's the combination of the music and the atmosphere. It's just so much raw emotion, man, with these characters and how they, they're able to like convey that on the screen with you know what I mean? Like, it's just, nobody has been able to, to do it as hard or as, let me stop, pause. Nobody has been able to take it to that level, so far up to this point. I mean, the closest another anime has gotten to that to me is Naruto. And then after that is maybe Kimetsu no Yaiba, aka Demon Slayer, and that's it. You know what I mean? They have their moments as well, but I mean, My Hero does it every fucking time. And Midoriya, when he went up against Overhaul, that fucking fight, man, it was fucking amazing, and how everything came to be. And when you're talking about Eri, who is the young girl who has the power to rewind humans, and it is to a fault, basically, but it's just so much going on, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, episode 14 was so fucking sad, man. I literally damn near cried. I'm not gonna lie to you. My eyes started that tear almost dropped. I mean, they were getting fucking wet. When I died like that, and the way that they ended it just so, man, it ended right with him dying, man. Literally, as soon as he died, the show just stopped. I was like, God damn. I was speechless, man. I was fucking speechless. I just, and then on top of that, you have Overhaul, being taken out by Shigaraki. I think I'm pronouncing it right. You didn't see them for a while. And then I thought, to be honest with you, Overhaul basically, took their lunch money and said, fuck it, I'm running this shit. And then, lo and behold, they fuck him up, and Dory fucks him up. They're transporting him, and this shit drops in. They drop in. And I mean, he did old boy dirty. He did Overhaul dirty. Took his fucking quirk and just was like, done. You're done. And then I'm like, okay, now shit's about to get real. I mean, it was already real, here, but now it's about to get real some more. So they're about to, come around for round 2, and it's about to be crazy, man. It really is. And it's more to it than that, but that's the premise of those last 2 episodes. And man, they working with something, you know what I'm saying? So, cause right now I'm kind of, with the anime shit right now, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm trying to tackle some of these backlogs myself, man. I got a lot of shit on the table. I got, prison school, and I've almost done with Fairy Gone. Fairy Gone is excellent, man. That's another one. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely give it a shot, man, and check it out and tell me what you guys think. I'm interested to see. It's just one I can't really put, and it's not the greatest anime. A lot of people might look at it and say it's really not all that, but I don't know. It's just something about it, man. It's got its own charm, and it resonates with me. I really, really enjoy it. I don't know. It's just one of those. All of us have that anime or two that, it's not the most popular or whatever, but it kind of just resonates with us, man. It just does something for us, and it just scratches that itch that we have. And sometimes we can't even explain why. And that's one of those anime for me. If you guys haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. Prison School, another one. Give it a chance, man. That one looks pretty dope. That one looks to be pretty dope as well. And then there's a couple other ones that I definitely need to tackle. Promised Neverland. I never got a chance to touch and get to. So yeah, I got a lot of anime ahead of me, man, to watch. So No Guns Life is another dope one too. Check that one out as well. And if you guys have any anime that I should check out, I would love to hear from you guys. Inbox me, holler at your boy, hit me up on Twitter at StudioMguyvR, hit me up on Instagram at StudioMguyvR79, baby. Okay. And not baby, it's actually StudioMguyvR79. Baby is I'm just saying baby. But anyway, hit me up on those two platforms, guys, and let me know if I'm missing out on something incredible. And I would definitely, take you guys up on that. Also, if you want to be a guest on the show, you can hit your boy up on those two platforms as well. We can start discussing something. We can set something up. If you have a computer and you got a microphone, man, we can do something, man. I mean, I'm always looking to, interact with fans, interact with listeners, and trying to build this community and make it better all the time, every day. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to get my ass up out of here. Sorry it wasn't, a typical 45 to 50-minute podcast, but, sometimes they go shorter than expected, and sometimes they go a little longer. It's just the way it works. But that's what I have for you guys this week, and next week I'll have something else, So it's always something new, man, always something beautiful. I want to say, newcomers, thank you guys for taking time out of your day, out of your schedule, to listen to this guy talk about anime and talk about video games. You know what I mean? I love it very much, and I also love you listeners very much as well. I'm going to get out of here now, guys. Thank you guys for listening. I really, really fucking appreciate it. It's been a long haul, 3 years. I'm so happy for the future, what 2020 is going to bring. So many things in the works, guys. This is Studio McGyver, and you have been listening to Studio McGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. See you next time.